Hello everyone, this is Bash on the Bros Movie Reviews, and I am finally back at home from college. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about is Chucky Season 3 and Alex Vincent. How cool is that? Anyway, let's talk about Season 3. What I want to talk about are my positives, my negatives, and that bonkers finale. I will admit, going into this season, I knew the main plot was going to be Chucky in the White House. And I was thinking, gosh, how are they going to pull that off? Well, then I heard some other things. Like, this is going to be the most violent season yet. And all that. I'm like, the show's already pretty violent. How much more violent can it get? Well, boy, was I proven wrong. Now, I will admit, going back, I'm trying to remember, for the first episode, it mainly focused on the president's family and not really on Jake, Devin, and Lexi. And I was just like, how are they going to do this? And yet, they really did intrigue me. And all that. Because I was thinking, what's going to happen with Caroline and all this. And with Nika. Now, I don't know why, but I feel like Nika was totally sidelined in this season. And I was not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. She was only in a few episodes. And that was it. Nothing big. And I will admit, the first two halves of each season are so different. I will admit though, it did have a good lead up. The first part of season 3 had a good build up and all that. And I was so curious. And I'm like, okay, this cliffhanger has to be or this episode has to be so big that it makes me want part 2 of season 3. And oh my gosh, that chandelier killing everyone, it was as Randy Meeks from Scream 2, Carnage Candy. It was Carnage Candy. Woo! Oh boy. And then what really shocked me, Chucky dying. But we're still on my positives here. Chucky dying, it was a complete twist I was not expecting at all. And honestly, that made me really intrigued. I'm like, okay, if Chucky's dying, this could be the last season of Chucky. And then they might just move on to a movie, which is confirmed by Don Mancini, the creator of the Chucky series, that he is working on another Chucky movie that will be in tangent with this TV show if it continues. Anyway, I really love the prosthetics that they did to make old man Chucky. And I love how in one of the episodes he couldn't even stab someone. He was just like, I'm getting too old for this shit and whatnot. And that just, I'm just like, dude, how are you gonna please Damballa now? I don't know. And then going to the voodoo doctor, I'm like, that whole third episode was a complete 180 from the rest of the series. Yes, we did get some backstory with Caroline, but honestly, that whole third episode just felt very campy, and I love campiness if it's done right. I love campiness if it's done right, and I love that. Now on to more positives. just everything about it. Like, Devon Sawa never fails to amaze me with his performances on the show. His performances are so good. And they're each so different. And I love the beef that they have with each other, Chucky and Devon Sawa on Twitter and all that. And also, just Devon Sawa gets like the most brutal deaths like in the show. And spoiler warning for anyone who has not fully caught up with Chucky or has not seen episode 5 of season 3 of Chucky. The gouging out of the eyes. It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. So gory. So unexpected. The way he picked out the eyes, I was like, I can't watch this. Just, damn. Just damn. I'm like, there's so much going on. Like, how are they going to finish this off? How are they going to finish up this season? How? And I will admit, episodes 6 and 7 were kind of mid for me. They were kind of mid. And I'm like, alright. I then hear that this final episode is the longest episode yet. Clocking in at an hour and 11 minutes. That's with commercials, so that's about like 50 to 55 minutes total for the episode. I'm like, okay, this could be a pretty long episode. And yeah, let's talk about that. Alright, with this finale, it was really good. Like, I'm like, there's no way Tiffany's gonna die. They're not gonna kill off one of the best actresses ever in the entire show. And sure enough, she doesn't die. Nika we finally get some Nika in this show. I know she was in the 3rd episode a little bit. That wasn't enough for me. I need more Nika, and I got more Nika. I love Nika in the show. And oh my god, the holy grail of the series. Brad Dourif. We got freaking Brad Dourif back as Chucky in live action. Not as a doll, in live action. And that was amazing. You could tell that he was just all in. He was having the most fun and all that. And then Jake doing his Chucky impression. Zachary Arthur doing his Chucky impression. It was really spot on. Honestly, I could not tell the difference. Here, I'm going to try mine now. You want to be friends to the end? Let's be friends. You never let a good guy down. Alrighty, y'all. That finale, the final end. Oh my god. I'm just kind of pissed with the way that they made the dolls. That's probably my one negative of this entire season is the way they did the dolls at the end. And other than that, I thought this season was pretty good. It was a good season. Anyway, that is all the time I have. This is Batch on the Burst Movie Reviews, signing out.